Welcome to my channel where I explore AI, technology, and the stock market every day. Today we're going to talk about a battle you may not have heard of, but is shaping the future of technology, the global data center war. This isn't just about which country builds the most servers. It's about control over the infrastructure that powers AI, the cloud, and every corner of the digital economy. The stakes are high, so high in fact, that this silent war could determine who leads the next wave of AI innovation and reaps the financial rewards. We'll discuss the players in this war, the geopolitical and economic implications, and how stock prices of companies like Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia, and others are directly impacted by these developments. At the heart of this war is one undeniable fact: AI and data are inseparable. Artificial intelligence, especially large-scale models like OpenAI's GPT or Google's Bard, relies on vast computing resources to train, refine, and operate. Data centers, the physical hubs housing the processors, memory, and networking gear, are the battlegrounds where this AI war is being fought. Countries and companies alike are racing to build, expand, and dominate this infrastructure, and this competition is reshaping both the global tech landscape and the financial markets. Let's start with the key players. The United States currently dominates the data center landscape, hosting over 5,000 facilities, more than half the global total. Tech giants like Amazon Web Services, or AWS, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud have invested tens of billions of dollars into building cutting-edge centers that power their AI platforms and cloud services. AWS, for instance, generates nearly $90 billion annually, and a significant portion of that revenue comes from its dominance in the data center market. Microsoft is not far behind, recently announcing the expansion of its AI-optimized data centers featuring new liquid cooling systems and custom AI chips to handle increased workloads. But this isn't just a US story. China, Europe, and India are aggressively expanding their own capabilities. China, in particular, is a formidable competitor. With tech giants like Alibaba Cloud and Tencent leading the way, China now operates some of the largest and most advanced data centers globally. The Chinese government has even declared data sovereignty a national priority, mandating that all data generated within its borders be stored and processed locally. This policy has fueled a rapid build-out of domestic data centers, positioning China as a key player in the AI race. As of 2023, China's cloud market grew by over 15% year over year, driven largely by AI investments. Meanwhile, Europe has taken a different approach, focusing on regulation and sustainability. The European Union's strict GDPR laws have made local data centers essential for companies operating in the region. This has spurred investments in green data centers, which use renewable energy and energy-efficient designs. Companies like Deutsche Telekom and Equinix are leading in this space, helping Europe position itself as a leader in sustainable tech infrastructure. India is also emerging as a dark horse in this race. With its rapidly growing tech ecosystem and government-backed initiatives like Digital India, the country is seeing a surge in data center investments. Companies like Reliance Jio and Hiranandani Group are building massive facilities to meet the growing demand for cloud and AI services. This expansion is not only about domestic needs, but also about positioning India as a global hub for tech innovation. So why does this global race matter for AI development? The answer lies in computational power. AI models are becoming exponentially more demanding. For example, training GPT-4 required tens of thousands of GPUs running continuously for weeks. This kind of scale is only possible with access to advanced data centers. The country or company that controls these facilities effectively controls the pace of AI development. But there's another layer to this story: the hardware driving these data centers. Companies like Nvidia, AMD, and Intel are at the center of this battle. Nvidia in particular has become a darling of Wall Street, with its stock price skyrocketing by over 180% this year. Nvidia's A100 and H100 chips are the backbone of many AI workloads, and demand for these chips has surged as companies race to build or upgrade data centers. However, US export restrictions on advanced chips to China have created uncertainty. While this limits NVIDIA's revenue potential in China, it has also forced Chinese companies to accelerate the development of domestic alternatives, further intensifying the data center war. Europe plays a slightly different role in this conflict. While it doesn't have the same concentration of tech giants, the region's emphasis on data privacy and regulation, particularly through GDPR, has spurred growth in localized data centers. Germany, the UK, and the Nordic countries are hotspots for new data center construction. For example, Frankfurt and Amsterdam are emerging as key data hubs for European businesses, partly because of their connectivity and renewable energy initiatives. European governments and corporations are also focusing on green data centers, which are optimized for energy efficiency and powered by renewable energy sources. This could make Europe a leader in sustainable AI infrastructure, which may become a key differentiator as climate concerns grow. Meanwhile, India and Southeast Asia are emerging as the next frontiers in the data center war. India, with its growing digital economy and tech-savvy population, is attracting massive investments in data infrastructure. Amazon recently committed $12.7 billion to expand its AWS data centers in India by 2030, while Google and Microsoft are also investing heavily. These facilities will serve not just the domestic market, but also act as regional hubs for South Asia and beyond. The growth of data centers in this region could fundamentally reshape global tech supply chains and AI development, especially as companies look to diversify away from geopolitical risks in the US and China. What does all this mean for the development of AI? In the short term, the data center war is accelerating the pace of innovation. Competition is driving companies to build faster, more efficient, and more scalable infrastructure. This, in turn, is enabling the training of larger and more complex AI models. For instance, OpenAI's GPT models, which require thousands of GPUs running in parallel, could not exist without the advancements made in data center design and operation. However, there's a flip side. The geopolitical nature of this competition could fragment the AI landscape. If countries like China and the United States continue to build separate, self-contained ecosystems, global collaboration on AI could suffer. This fragmentation might slow down the sharing of research and best practices, potentially delaying breakthroughs that require international cooperation. Finally, let's talk about how this war is influencing stock prices and investment strategies. The companies leading the charge in data center development, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, NVIDIA, and even real estate investment trusts specializing in data centers, are seeing significant stock market gains. For example, Digital Realty Trust and Equinix, two major players in data center real estate, have outperformed broader market indices this year, as investors recognize the critical role of physical infrastructure in the digital economy. But this isn't just about the winners. The data center war is also creating opportunities for smaller players, especially in regions like Southeast Asia and Africa, where infrastructure is still being developed. Companies that provide renewable energy solutions, cooling technologies, or advanced AI chips are all poised to benefit. On the flip side, companies that fail to adapt to the rising demand for scalable and efficient data centers could find themselves falling behind. In conclusion, the global data center war is more than just a race to build server farms. It's a battle for dominance in the AI era. The decisions being made today by tech giants, governments, and investors will shape not just the future of AI, but also the broader digital economy. For investors, this means closely watching the moves of key players and understanding how regional developments impact global trends. As always, remember that markets can shift, and this analysis is for informational purposes only, not financial advice. If you enjoyed this exploration of the data center war, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.